We said no once again, and he says, well, if you were about 30 years older, I'd chase you both around here naked. You're too close to my granddaughter's age right now. My coworker was shocked and just kind of stood there uncomfortably.
Everyone in the service industry has a story, crazy customers, wild orders, and WTF moments. Do you want to start a tab? The podcast here to bring you those tales from behind the bar. My name's Carl. I've been bartending for almost 14 years now, I think.
Look at you.
Look at me. And 2.5 months of being a bar owner. Wine shop owner, I guess, technically.
Woohoo, woohoo. My name's Riley, and I'm just along for the ride.
It's a sweet ride, huh?
Sure.
Wow. I can't break this tension with a knife. Huh? What we like to do here on this lovely little podcast is read stories off the hospitality industry through the eyes of the guest or the employee, talk about it, and discuss should have been handled differently. Your googly stomach.
I didn't gurgle. You gurgled. That's you. Oh.
Oops. I'm hungry, I guess. I'm so hungry that I'm projecting it onto you. So then we read stories, talk about it, discuss it. Was it handled correctly? Should have been handled differently. Rate the story 1 through 5. 1 being your every day of the mill story. 5 being
run of the mill.
That's what I said.
Every day.
Every day. Every day I'm hustling. And 5 being a holy shit, Riley's still married to me story.
Every day is a 5 here.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and go first.
Yep.
This might be the shortest. This is a rant from the Bartenders subreddit, again, 18 hours ago.
Ew.
Educational Peak 9628. What's up with the Gen Z and not carrying an ID? I recently started bartending for a wedding venue where I mostly just work open bar. Anyone that looks under 25, I always ask for ID. When I ask to see an ID, it's always followed with the response of, I have a picture of my ID. Can I show you that? I don't accept pictures because that's fucking stupid. I can get in trouble for accepting a picture of an ID, but seriously, it's always the Gen Z group, and most of the time, women, Gen Z, that never carry an ID. Why is that?
Start making us pants with pockets.
That's for a wedding. That's the number one. Because like either you have a small clutch or you're not carrying anything at all.
Right. Like you're carrying your phone and that's it. Mm-hmm. But like start making us pants with pockets. But also some places are starting to allow pictures of IDs.
But it's not just a picture of ID. It's a specific app that you have to. It's an app based that state provides. Then technically, yes, that is a picture, but.
Right, but like, does he know that, like, are they using this app and
there's only like 6 states right now that do it.
Yeah, but still, maybe he's in one of them.
Well, then he would have mentioned that.
But maybe he doesn't know that.
But okay, but if that person is going to show them that here's an app that the state provides.
Right.
But he said a picture.
Right.
So if the lady had provided the app, so there's an app, he would have said that. He just said a picture.
But maybe he's a douchebag and he thinks they're lying to him and he's like, no, they're just showing me a picture.
Yeah, but I guess then that would also be that person's fault for saying I have a picture of it. Well, no, you don't have a picture. It's on the state app. Why are you just in a mood today, aren't you?
No, I understand what you're saying, but I have a picture of it is easier and
I don't know, when I get pulled over and the cop asks me for my insurance, I just pull up my phone and show it to him.
Right.
So why wouldn't that person just pull up the phone, open the app, and show it to him that way?
That's probably what they do, but whatever. I don't understand. I don't know why. I don't have the answer to the question.
Because they think it's because they're just fucking lazy and they just don't want to carry their fucking ID. And they think a picture is a valid form of ID. It's just not arrogance. It's just
it's not laziness. I don't think it's laziness. I think it's obviously for it to be a trend, it's been culturally accepted in some places. Like people are allowing it to happen, so they're used to that being the case. It's a learned behavior.
It's probably some bullshit that saw on fucking TikTok and they're like, oh, just take a picture of your ID, it'll get you into bars.
Maybe it's a learned behavior because so many people are doing it. They learned how to do it somehow.
Well, they should learn not to do it.
Well, then maybe people need to correct them and tell them.
They are getting corrected, but it still fucking happens.
Yeah. But like, post it on your website. We do not accept photos of IDs.
It's legal. It's a legal fucking law. You don't have to post shit like that.
You also do not have to put "do not drink bleach" on the fucking bottle, but people still do.
Well, because people die from doing that dumb shit. But I'm just saying, you can't, like, that is something that you should know, that what a legal form of identification is.
I mean, you're right. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying, obviously this has been accepted, so maybe we need to rewind and post shit that we're not going to accept.
That'd be a long fucking list on each door. What? If you're saying because these younger fucks don't know what fucking... How did we get through life not thinking I can just take a picture of my fucking ID and show it to people?
Because we didn't have access to cameras when you were their age.
But
that would allow that.
I mean, technically at 21, 23, I did. You did. You had cell phones that had cameras on them.
Not with the quality and the
quality doesn't matter. It's still a picture ID.
The ability to blow it up and actually look at the date.
I disagree with you. For you to start posting shit saying we don't accept, that's what the bartender's there for, to tell them. It's saying that that's not a legal form of ID.
Okay, then he needs to not be mad that he has to tell them that.
Yes, you should. It's stupid. I'm sorry. You're just being devil's advocate. You just want to push my buttons right now. This is stupid. If kids don't understand that that's not a legal form of ID, that's on them. It's not on the bartenders.
But they're making it the bartender's problem, and then he's getting annoyed and he's ranting on Reddit. If something is a systematic problem and it pisses you off, you got to find a way to fix it that mitigates your response to that.
Putting a stupid little note on the door is not going to stop it, because people don't even read the shit that's on the door in the first place.
One person out of every friend group is going to read it.
Okay.
And then that person is going to tell the other people.
Not necessarily.
I fucking hate you.
I'm just saying, like, you can't, this is just complete nonsense that anyone would ever think this, right, and that it's not the bar's fault or the bartender's fault to try to fix the fucking problem. They should be allowed to rant on it, because that's...
Oh, I'm not saying they're wrong for ranting. I'm just saying, because probably what happens is he's probably pissed. Well, why can't you take a photo? Why can't you take a picture? Why can't you take a picture? It's my ID. See, there's my picture, blah, 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 blah. Look at the door and leave me the fuck alone.
I just find that silly.
It's the same reason we post no shoes, no shirt, no service. It's the same concept. If you don't accept it, post it. That way, you don't get arguments about it.
I'm saying that lists on those doors are starting to get really fucking long then. If you have to post no shirt, no shoes, no service, then you also got to post no kids in here after 9 o'clock. Then you got to post no picture. I'm saying once that list starts getting super long, it doesn't mean anything, because people aren't, what are you going to just do? Stand at the fucking door and read all fucking 20 things on the door?
Would you rather, as a bartender, have to list all of those things every time somebody comes up to you without a shirt on, without shoes on, with a photo of their ID, with a kid on their side?
I have to. But again, you, as a patron, you are not going to sit there and read everything on that person's door, saying what's allowed, what's not allowed.
We're going to agree to disagree on this. All I know is if you have a rule, it should be posted somewhere.
You can't post every single rule. So you're saying don't do blow off the fucking toilet seat. That needs to be written down and blown off somewhere.
I've seen it on so many bar bathrooms, but no.
That's because that's a joke, and it's probably because that specific bar has a problem. But I'm just saying you can't post every single rule in a written thing. There are normal society rules that just you shouldn't have to fucking talk about. That's just normal things.
Okay, but that goes out the fucking window when they're not being followed consistently. If it is a consistent problem, it obviously needs to be said, which is what you just said. That bar probably has a problem with blow in the bathroom. So they put a sign up, just like we're talking about right now. You just made my point.
No, you said put it on the front door. You said put all rules down. No. That is specifically in the bathroom as a joke, and that they probably had a problem with it. But in 14 years of bartending, no one's ever shown me a picture on their phone as an ID.
So then this problem does not apply to you, and your bar doesn't have to post it on the door.
I also don't have to fucking post that no shirt, no shoes, no service.
because your clientele doesn't come in not wearing shirts, shoes, or
that's a socially normal thing not to do that.
Apparently, for his bar, it is a socially normal thing that Gen Zers think they can have a photo of their ID and make it be accepted.
Okay, so then how often?
So we need to counteract that societal.
So how often does that have to happen for you to put a rule on the bar?
Enough times for you to become annoyed. It's up to every manager's discretion.
Some people get annoyed after 3 times.
Okay, then post it after 3 times.
God.
Like it's literally not that hard.
Christ.
If it is a problem, post it.
Oh my God. No one's going to read that shit on the fucking door.
If I have a staff that doesn't do laundry 3 times over, or leaves laundry in the washing machine 3 times overnight without switching it into the dryer, I'm going to write in our comm log, hey, remember to switch the laundry so it doesn't smell in the morning.
Someone goes, picture ID. Here's a picture of a drink.
Sure.
I used to work in a college town. This is a comment in it. Oh, brother, I used to work in a college town with a major university, and our restaurant was a favorite of the frats grad programs for their big parties. My first and only buyout that I bartended for them, had more people who didn't have IDs than. Okay, this is actually kind of funny. Oh, brother, I used to work in a college town with a major university, and our restaurant was a favorite of the frats grad programs for their big parties. My first and only time bartending there, I had more people who didn't have IDs on them. The fraternity had everything paid for, so I guess no one brought their wallets. My boss made me serve them because he didn't want to lose their business of the frats. I put my 2 weeks in the next day because I'm not with this sketch shit. What if one of these kids is 20 and crashes his car on the way home? I'm the guy here with the ABC license, so I'll get fucked. That's fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. But anywho, what do you rate the story?
God, I don't even remember the fucking story now.
Oh my God. Picture ID, bring it in. Guy's just bitching about it.
2. Bartenders bitch about literally everything.
Mm-hmm.
And there's one thing that bothers you every time you work. Something happens and it annoys you, and that's
with every job.
Exactly. That's why it's a 2.
I have to hear you bitch and moan about your job every day.
Right. That's why it's a 2.
So you're just going off the basis of the bitching, not the actual the reason for the bitching.
Yeah.
I'm just making sure that's what I'm not judging. I'm just asking. That's what you're doing.
Yep.
So technically this, like I said, this has never happened to me. I've never anyone show me a picture ID. I do get pitched about, well, I don't have my ID. It's all the way up in the hotel room. Okay. Sure.
You still got to go get it.
Right. But whatever. I would say, because this is kind of more common now with this generation thinking that they can take a picture of anything and proof. 2.5.
This story is from the Tales from Your Server subreddit. It was posted a month ago from the user No Jello 4794. It's called Guppy Man. So for some background, I worked at this mom and pop pizza place when I was 16 for about a year. One day, this older guy who looked to be in his late 40s, early 50s came in. I was at the register with my coworker, 16 female, and he went to the window that looked into the kitchen, put his face against it and said, "Wow, I look like a guppy." The guys making the pizza gave me a what the fuck look, and I just shrugged and asked the man if I could help him. He turns to me and my coworker and asks us how old we were. Since we were minors, we told him we were both 16, hoping that whatever weird comments he was about to make would remain his inside thoughts. However, of course, that didn't happen. He then asked us if we were old enough to vote, which makes no sense because he already knew our ages. We said no once again, and he says, "Well, if you were about 30 years older, I'd chase you both around here naked. You're too close to my granddaughter's age right now." My coworker was shocked and just kind of stood there uncomfortably, but I awkwardly laughed it off and asked what he needed. Once he got his food, he left the both of us a $15 tip, so I guess I can't complain too much. However, I did just have to make a trip to the walk-in after he left. If you know, you know.
Wait, what was the guppy thing?
He put his face against the window between the kitchen and the. And he said, "Wow, I look like a guppy."
The customer did that?
Yes. The same guy who then said, "I would chase you around here naked if you were 30 years older."
Banned forever. No questions asked.
Yep.
Never coming back.
Jail. Right to jail. Immediately to jail.
Yeah.
Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Straight to jail.
What the fuck, man? What does the voting thing have to do with anything?
Because he was trying to find out if they were minors, I assume, because
they said they were 16.
He was obviously not in his right mind.
I mean, if this was like fucking Game of Thrones time, sure, that'd be acceptable.
Gross.
Fucking.
That would never be acceptable. Stop it.
But what the fuck is wrong with people? It's like, is this guy just mentally not okay? Is he just a fucking weirdo? But no, get out of here.
Yeah.
But also, there's only 2 16-year-olds working at this place. There's no manager or anything.
I would assume there was kitchen staff, but it seemed like it was a pretty fucking quick interaction.
That should probably all happen within like 3 minutes.
And then he got his food and left.
Fucking weird.
God.
How long ago was that?
A month. I think.
Oh, man.
Yes.
Why do people say weird shit? I barely like saying weird shit in front of you, let alone other.
That's bullshit. And you and I both know it.
I hold back a lot. Trust me.
I'm sure you do, but that just means you need a better fucking filter.
Mine's dirty. It hasn't changed in 43 years. But what goes through people's minds saying shit like to that?
If you were 30 years older, I would chase you naked around this room. That's gross. First of all, you're in public, sir. We have no shoes, no shirt, no service. Post it.
No one wants to see that. No one wants to see those saggy ass titties. But
gross.
God.
That would be terrifying. As a 16-year-old, that would be fucking terrifying.
That's where you hope you have a camera with sound. 911. Here you go.
And I would absolutely walk to the walk-in to cry.
Yeah.
Because that's why she went to the walk-in.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Absolutely.
To cry. Yeah.
That's
terrifying.
I mean, no matter if they're men or women or young men and women, like it's inappropriate.
Because that's a member of the community. Now you don't feel safe walking into your car at night. Because he knows where you work.
Right.
Terrifying.
And he's already made some sexual advance at you.
In the most disgusting way. And also he thinks he's a guppy. Dude's obviously off his rocker. So if they're off their rocker, they're so much more unpredictable and scarier.
Right. All right. So, I mean...
5.
Yeah, I was going to say, if this is not a 5, then I don't know what kind of fucking story we fucking read on here. It's not a 5. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty straightforward here on today's podcast, I think. Well, that's not a lie. On this story, this one was. Just don't be a dick. Tip your bartenders. Keep it in your pants and drink responsibly.
Good one.